All right, so day one, let's understand the real reasons why you're not able to lose weight or keep it off and how to solve that. Okay, now, how to really make your mindset work for you, not against you, because it can do both the things. It depends upon how smartly we can make it work for us. Now, I know you may be wondering what has psychology to do with physical fitness. Now, I'm going to show you the guy, the epitome of physical fitness, with almost everybody admired who was of my age or even previous generation. Now, this is what Arnold has to say. Who's the boss? He said, mind always fails first, not the body. The secret is to make your mind work for you, not against. And that's exactly what we are going to do today. So, before we get into that, what you need to understand is you need to understand change. So, what is it? See, you're already used to doing things in a certain way. And now suddenly there is a new exercise plan, new diet plan, new restriction, new rules, all of these. Now, what happens at the subconscious level is what you're doing, you're used to it, and you know your brain knows this is keeping you safe. Now, as soon as you take yourself too much outside of this comfort zone, new exercise, new diet, new restrictions, new rules, this creates stress and threat to your survival. And as soon as that happens, your survival mechanism kicks in and you feel really too uncomfortable. So, what happens is now you're starting to fight this change internally. Though you made the change, you paid for the plan, you started doing the plan, but you are not ready because it is too much. Change is uncomfortable, difficult, and it needs work. It is difficult, it needs a choice. You got to make that choice, but it cannot be drastic or radical. However, we also know that change is the only constant. Whether we like it or not, change will happen. And unfortunately, your body and your health are already changing, and not in the right direction or not the right way that you want. So the only choice that we have is to make change work for us, not against us. And that's where the way you look at change needs to be looked at, which means you need to look at change as an opportunity. So, but it's up to you. Do you want to let it happen, or do you want to make it happen? Now, if you let it happen, you know what's been happening. But if you want to make it happen, then you've got to look at it with excitement. So, if, say, for example, you are in this training and you say, oh, I have to do this, what Double told me, versus, oh, I want to do this. Look at the difference. If you are stuck in this game of have to versus I want to, that's where things change. And if you want to do this, you need to be excited about the opportunity, because an excitement would actually help you do that better, feel good about it. And excitement always comes from opportunity to either do, feel, or get better than what you are. Okay, nobody gets excited about feeling shitty, nobody gets excited about being restricted. So you only will get excited if you want to do, feel, and get better. And the reason why it is important is psychological and hormonal response to opportunity and excitement, which is also a change. In a way, a stress is very different than the psychology, which is compulsion, which is the mindset of, oh, I have to. Then you're not excited about the change. Okay. For you, it is threat, pain, pressure, punishment. Now, you are here. On one side, there is pain, pressure, threat, punishment. You have to, look at that. On other side, there is opportunity to do better, feel better, get better. Now, the thing is, if you are here and you have to move, where do you think you want to move? You will never want to move towards pain. You would always want to move towards opportunity to feel good better. And that's where excitement comes from. That's exactly what you need to do. And I'll tell you how to do that as we go forward, right? And again, psychological and hormonal responses to threat are different than they are to the excitement. And that's where one, with those strict plans, and if you're under so much of pain pressure, either you will not lose weight or improve your health, or even if you lose it, you will not be able to sustain it in a long run. Now, let me give you an example. Say, for example, if there is a dog running behind you and you're running to save your life, okay? After a few minutes, you get tired, okay? And there's another one. Oh, you got promotion, you got achievement, you have certificate, something really exciting happening, and you're running to share that with your girlfriend, you're running to share that with your family, you're running to, talk to your friend about it. In both the cases, you may run 100 meters at a full speed, okay? You will also burn the same number of calories. But after that, the hormonal responses are going to be much more different. You won't feel exhausted and tired after that 100 meters. Like physically, you will, but emotionally, you will feel much better when you're sharing good news with your family versus when you are trying to run away from threat or pain. And that is the reason why you need an excitement and not a threat. Now, and when there are threats, what we want to do? We want to avoid. And that's where you have cheat meals. You have no motivation to do what is asked to do, or because it is asked to do. It's not what you want to do. You don't have time, no money, no discipline. You would procrastinate because change is forced, and you will always run away from forced change. So let me ask you this: where do you want to be? Do you want to change or do you have to? Put it in the comment below. Want to or have to? Because if you have to, probably nothing is going to change. If you want to, I'll teach you how to create that positivity, that energy that you can, use for moving this forward. Now, the reason why I talked about that is because this change and the way you look at change shapes your belief, your mindset. In both the cases, you are running. In one, you are running towards opportunity. In one, you are running away from pain. Now, the thing is, when you run towards an opportunity, once you reach there, you may see a better opportunity. So you're going to do better. You will progress in life. If you're running away from pain, once you be there, one, either that pain is gone and you will stop, or you will see another pain and you will run away from the pain. Which is the thing that you would like to? Are you going to stop, continue to run away or run towards? I know it is a lot of philosophy or psychology, but that's what is very, very important, because your belief decides your behavior, and your behavior is the one that shapes or decides your results. So, three things to understand very, very quickly. Every problem has a solution. Okay. You will get what you are looking for. And three, you need clarity in what you're looking for. So that's exactly what we get into now is the solution. So every problem has a solution, but for that you need to understand what kind of solution is available. So there are three levels of solution. What I call it as symptoms, cause, and source. So symptoms are what we can see. Cause, to see the cause, you got to dig little deeper to see it. But source is mostly unseen. Okay. Now, what do I mean? Let me give you an example. Weight gain or health issue. This is a symptom. Okay. You got high blood pressure, diabetes, all of these, weight gain. If you've got diabetes and high blood sugar, what do? You, reduce your carbs intake. Now, the thing is, was high carbs reason for you to get diabetes? The answer is no, that was not. But now you're just managing a symptom over here because it's at a surface level. That's only thing that you can do. And the cause is probably eating more, moving less, not able to rest or recover, some kind of stress or whatever actually led you to put on more weight, to damage your health, and that is resulting into more weight gain, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, all of these. So you can see if you dig little deeper, because it is going to be one of these. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. Either you're eating more and or you're moving less, you're not resting or recovering well, too much of stress. That's the cause. One of these, you got to identify this. And the thing is, most of the time, cause happens because of the source. Why are you eating more? Stress eating. So yeah, I'll not get into all of these, but I'll give you a very simple example is, how can stress make you eat more? So stress, where do you get stress from? Say, for example, office. There is project, there is deadline that you're not able to meet. So you're threatened. Okay. You feel threatened. Your psychology, your mindset, your brain feels your survival is at threat. And there are a lot of things going out of your control. You're firefighting all day, try to make ends meet. End of the day, what your brain wants to do and feel is, one, get some energy from food, which is absolutely fine. But then it also wants to show control and power, saying that I can decide how much to eat. So that sense of control over, oh, I can choose what to eat, is where you, and how much to eat, you start eating more. Or the threat that you had, too much of stress, now that additional food is making you feel safe and good, at least immediately, not in the long term, but in immediate measures to make you feel good. And this is why you are eating more. Now, the thing is, if you cannot solve the level 3 problem or the source of the problem, if you just run around on either symptoms or at the cause level, you will not have a long lasting, answer. So if it's always going to be like not sustainable, you would lose weight for some time with restrictions. But when work gets more, when all of these things happens, you start eating more. So this is where, solution has to come from the source. Otherwise, just like putting a patch over here, either which will get ripped off or something else will get broken when life takes over. So with that, let's look at, like, what do I do? Now, rather than trying to focus on what you have to run away from, focus on what you really want. Now, everybody has a different reason and everybody has a different goal, but there is a formula to it. Okay, there is certain patterns to it. So I've tried to decode that for you, and this is what you're going to do as your homework today, is to write this down. Okay, like, most people, what they want is freedom, dream, or desire to do something, do what they want. Okay, or feel a certain way. Okay, if you're feeling threatened, then you want to feel safe, or to get what you want. Okay, if you're not able to play with your kids because you can't bend down or get down, then that's what you want. When you want, say, you want to do early morning walks, but your knee pains or you're not able to do it, then that could be the reason. How you want, you probably want to climb mountains, or you want to have good health while enjoying your wine and while enjoying your pizza. That's what you want. Where you want, you want to climb mountain, you want to go Mount Everest every year, or go for treks every weekend, whatever you want, with whomever you want. You want to enjoy with your friends who are very, very active, but you are the one who are not able to cope up with that. So it could be anything. I'm just giving you some examples, but this is, either it's going to be a combination of one or few things above. So take some time. Okay, think about what is that you really want. because this clarity is important for you to find a solution. Okay. Now, I know there could be freedom from diabetes, freedom from blood pressure, but dig a little deeper. Like that's running away from pain, which is fine. If you have pain, you've got to run away from it. But what is on the other side of that pain? Okay. Look for the opportunity and excitement as well, because that's where it will go longer for you. Right. If you got it, type in clarity in the comment below, in the chat box below. Now, if you don't get clarity, what you think is, oh, I want a diet plan, I want a meal plan, I want an exercise plan, or some equipment. The thing is, now that you've understood this, you've come so far, if you've been watching this, you know you really don't want that. So instead of that, get the clarity. Now, why is that clarity important? You may not get solution to all the problems right now. You may not get opportunity to, achieve everything that you wanted to do right now today. But what it does is, in the world of psychology, it activates what we call it as reticular activating system, which means you start looking for things, for experience, which will help you get closer to what you want. Okay, help you slightly towards your goal, move one step towards thing, and it will also help you stop doing or move away from the things or experiences which are taking you away from your goal. So that's why now your movement is much more smoother. You're moving towards where you want to go, or not, to where you don't want to go. That speeds up your actually, time to solution. And if you're into nature, if you're into laws of nature, it's also known as law of attraction. This is law of attraction, having that clarity, real clarity, and setting your reticular activating system, because this is psychology, right? So let me give you an example. Just like buying a new car. Say, for example, you're thinking of buying a new car, you look at five, six different models, and then you decide Toyota Fortuner. Now, while you're looking for all these things, the day you decide Toyota Fortuner, and next day morning you get on the road, okay, you're traveling to your office, you're going anywhere, which car do you see? You notice Toyota Fortuners on the road everywhere, black, white, whatever colors, you just see them, old, new, whatever models. You start looking at and seeing Toyota Fortuners. Why? Like overnight, the number of Fortuners has not increased. It's just that you are noticing that more, because now you have clarity. This is what I want. Exactly the same thing. Get clarity. What do you want? And then you will start picking up those opportunities to do that. And this is how you find a solution. So here is how it looks in real life. I'll tell you, you may be wondering, like, does it really work in real life? So one of my clients, Amit, had lost same 20 kgs multiple times before we worked together. What was his belief? He told me, I can't eat less. I need my stomach full or I feel cranky. I do keto and IF because my body does not tolerate carbs well, and my genetic makeup is making me put on weight. Now look at this. The way he's picking up solution based on his belief. He can't eat less and he needs stomach full. Now, if you look at keto or IF, none of this put restriction in terms of amount of food that you can eat. It just takes the carbs off. If it's doing keto, and if it's IF, it's just timing restriction. But here is what, when we work together, he realized he is looking at food as an option or opportunity to handle stress from the work. And then when we dig into this, he said, I eat more when I am stressed. Now, what he's now looking for is a solution to manage stress, not a meal plan or exercise. Now, the behavior that we started doing is, if he's doing keto and IF, is feeling restricted either in time or in terms of carbs. That builds up stress even more. And what does he do? He gives up on keto and IF as soon as the stress is high. Anything happens in life, he gives it up and he loses weight, gets it back, loses weight, gets it back. The solution was to first take off restrictions in terms of what to eat, in terms of time, and then just start focusing on food and feeling. Like, how does this food feel to you? And identifying stressful situations and pre handling them. Now, what happened? He lost 13 kgs in 5 months. No keto, nothing. But now he knows, oh, this is stressful. And I may end up looking for food as comfort. Now we have other ways for looking to comfort and also identify just because there is stress, eating food is not going to solve that stress for me. It's just adding one more problem. So, this is how you got to ask yourself, what do you really want? So today for you is take that time, go back to your belief, look at them, see how your current beliefs are leading to the problem that you are seeing. Okay, think about it. And while you're doing this, remember the great man said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Our problems are created by us. We cannot solve it by the same thinking. So exercise and meal plans is what we are thinking were the solution. It was not working. So I had to look at it in a different way. Probably you got to look at it in a different way too, if you want to change that. Now, so you don't have to do too many things. Okay. This is another thing. If you want to win the war, you just have to win battles first. So all you have to do is once you have the clarity in terms of what you want, you need to start winning battles. So why winning battles? Okay, because motivation without a win doesn't last long. Okay, you can't be challenger all your way. You got to win sometimes to stay in the game. And our goal is to stay in the game. Okay, because this is lifelong journey. You got to eat every day, then you got to learn how to eat every day. You have to have stress every day. You got to learn how to manage the stress every day. So we got to play this game as long as we are alive. So better we learn how to deal with that. So if you feel successful, you keep going. So here is your homework. Simple, simple, simple. Okay. Mark your first play and win. Okay. Now, based on the clarity that you have got about what you want, choose one activity that you're super excited about and do it. Trust your instinct. Say, for example, if you're a parent and your purpose is to play with your kids more when you get to lose weight and healthier, just spend 5 minutes with them today. If you're not physically able to move, that's fine, but spend 5 minutes with your kids. Spend 10 minutes with your kids doing things that you can to your possibility. Don't go out of your comfort zone. But just doing that is going to make you feel one step closer. If you can pick up something which is physical activity, which takes you towards your health, that's fine. But you will know what is going to make you excited about improving your health. Pick that activity. Now, if you're not sure, okay, what to do, I'll tell you a simplest trick. Think about the way you are doing things and do the opposite. One thing, flip it aside. Okay, say for example, if you use Netflix to rest and relax at the end of the day, just flip that to the other side. Just go out, sit in a balcony or on a terrace, go for a walk if you can. Just flip one thing upside down. Okay, even if it's for 5 minutes, that's your win. Now, what you got to do is post it inside the Facebook group and let's celebrate. So you will have a link to that post in the web, in the link below to put it in our Facebook group. So once you put that, we all will celebrate your win so that we can do more of that. Now, if you've got that, if you have any questions, you can actually put it down there. I'm more than happy to answer that for you. And tomorrow, what we'll do is we will look into how to make this win even bigger and better. So that's day one for you. Hope this was useful. This was exciting for you. I am super excited to see what opportunity that you're creating and what win you're going to post so that we can celebrate that for you. So see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.